Presented by EA Sports and the PGA Tour. Hello again and welcome, Rich Lerner, alongside my friend and colleague Frank Nobilo. We are along the Paracel Islands in the South China Sea. Frank, on a mission here today. What can you tell us about this course?
Well, one thing, Rich, we don't want to fatigue out there, so I've got my battle gear on. Interesting layout ahead. Plenty of water. The island's there to be negotiated, navigated, and you never know what just might pop up during the course of the game.
And partner, let me just, before we get started, salute you.
I salute you too, Rich. You ready?
Ready. Aim.
Fire.
All right, Frank, we are all set to tee off here at the first. The opening hole, it's a drive off an old aircraft carrier to an island. Tell us a little bit about this opener.
We're going to need full flaps to get this ball up quickly, Rich. Green on the right side of the island, so a little bit of trim to the right. Just miss those palm trees, and you might just find the target.
Oh, Frank, obviously way too much club there.
You got to think something like that, or at least misread the wind. This is never going to sit down.
Second shot from the rough. It's on the way. Oh, can't hide the flagstick from that man. Really not much to this. The only issue would be a lack of concentration or focus. Even par early on. Now to the second hole, Frank, and just a look here. This green is clearly very heavily guarded.
Yeah, you notice that guard shack on the right there. Well, you better keep your head down because we're not sure whether or not that guard shack is actually empty.
Could be a dangerous shot here at the second.
And left, trees, a little bit of sand. There is the bridge as well.
So on the putting surface, and taking a good look now at this birdie putt here at the second. Shouldn't be a problem here, but not a formality either. In red figures at 1 under par.
So, this is an interesting tee shot as that destroyer continues to burn.
Amazing that play still continues.
I tell you, those shoes at the end of the day, they're going to have so much sand in them.
Don't bring those home. Just wants to hit about an inch behind the ball. Miss-hit, wrong club. What happened there, Frank?
All of the above, maybe. It's a little bit of a head scratcher. Wasn't that hard a shot. Remember, out of the rough. Expect the ball to jump forward a little bit. I mean, this skill, and that was sublime.
Just good hands, coming out of the rough, able to manage the distance, and now in great position. So with that, the score is now at even par. Frank, here at the fourth, there's an awful lot going on.
There certainly is. Solar panels, radar tower is up and ready to go, so it will confirm the landing on the other side. If it's successful, this rather long par 3 around the 230-yard mark, so this is going to be all carry. Got to land that ball on the green. It will not run through that beach area. And, of course, the trees and the palm trees all the way around. If this isn't flighted properly, it will not find the destination.
Seems like too much for just one man. This looks like a job for an entire flight crew, Frank.
Well, Rich, we should dig ourselves a trench and see what happens.
Wow, I thought he made that. Came to the putt excited to make birdie. Now, settle for par.
Yeah, little change in the attitude right now. When you've let one go, you've got to really knuckle down there and make sure you don't drop a shot. It's important that this one goes in.
This is the par 3 fifth, Frank. This one goes back towards that destroyer, which came out of nowhere just a few holes ago. Glad we didn't pick that tower.
Well, anything to the right, and you'll definitely be swimming. Actually, we'd have to bring in the Navy SEALs probably to get it up and down from there. Surely not.
Ooh, nice play right there. That's in pretty close. You don't want to let this one get away. This is about concentration and focus at this point. That's a birdie for McIlroy. He's just so explosive. Now up to the 6th tee. We're back against take it over that small island.
Yeah, once again, you're going to have to pick a very good target in the distance. Now, we know the shared greens at St. Andrews. Well, this is actually a shared green just cut by that little sand path that goes through the middle. This green is shared with the 8th, but still, this is a long par 3, and for some people out there, it'll be a case of ready, aim, and driver.
Frank landed it on the green.
It was never going to stop.
No chance. Second shot coming out of the rough here. Frank, how about that?
Well, can you believe that, too? I mean, could have hit the flag and bounced away instead. Straight in. Amazing shot, and really deserves it.
Now on to the 7th, and Frank, you don't want to get stuck down in those trenches or down on the beach to the left.
Yeah, this hole not overly long, but yeah, there's a lot going on, and really sand traps, even perhaps a minefield. You'd rather, if you're going to miss, be in the former.
Well, this one should be safely on deck here. Into the thick stuff, that's a difficult lie. Just trying to make clean contact from the rough. Solid play, heart of the green. Rory McIlroy looking to take advantage with this putt. Nice par to remain at 2 under. Now to the 8th hole, Frank, you really just need to follow the trail down to the green here at Paracel Storm.
Barracks are probably the biggest problem in front of you. They're just short and left of this par 3 green. For the very observant, though, they'll notice a little one-on-one, perhaps a little basketball court just along the left side.
A little 3-point shooting contest, you and I later on?
This is a par 3.
He has this for par. 2 under on the day. Rounding out this front 9 mission here, the 9th hole. Shot over the building.
I need to be careful. The front left of the screen is guarded by a tower. And anything right, you'll be ducking for cover in the trenches.
Been a real battle out here today. Just need to keep it all together.
And this will be fine, just a little left of the flag.
Steady all day long. That one about 20 feet away. He'll settle. 21 feet from pay dirt. Very well done. Almost made it.
Yeah, there'll be no stress for the next one.
Getting set now over the putt. Nothing wrong with that par putt. Getting set for the back 9 here at Paracel Storm. We are in the South China Sea at a golf course unlike any other in the world. Rich Lerner for EA Sports alongside Frank Nobilo. What a day it's been so far, partner.
It certainly has, Rich. We can have a little liaison here with the short 10th. Not overly long, around the 150-yard mark. The flag position is always important here. Whether it's on the left, it's a long way away from the beach, probably the easier hole location. Put it on the right side, and that water comes very much into play.
Not a gimme, but well within his range. Well done. Another birdie, and now 3 under par. 11th hole here at Paracel Storm, now a military playground. Frank, certainly the players are thankful, having traded the guns for golf clubs. Good time out there so far.
A little bit of an obstacle course, though, here at 11. You can see the weather vanes that adorn the right side of this hole. Tee shot has to be played across that seawall. So, once again, all carry. And let's see if he can land softly on the other side.
Frank, what happened there on the approach?
It was a poor decision. And let's see now. Got to think this one out a little bit better than that second shot. See if he can get it up and down.
Coming out of the rough and right up next to the hole. He can really get red hot with a putter. Let's see what McIlroy does. Frank, I thought that was in. Oh, man.
I just pushed it.
Boy, that hurts. Yeah, that really hurts, Frank. Missing the bogey putt.
Yeah, now time to get the handkerchief. Double bogey coming up.
Well, double par here. Time to pick up and move on.
Rich, this hole really should be called Shipwreck, that little lone island sitting out there, protected by the boulders in front, and, well, just enough room, really, for this green and the tee for the next hole.
241 yards, Frank. This island green makes 17 at TPC Sawgrass look like putt-putt. This is a good-looking shot. This is a 13-footer. So early on the backside here at the 12th hole, missed opportunity. Settles in over the putt. He'll take par and move on. Here we are now at the 13th, and Frank, this is a stout-looking hole.
Rich, it certainly is. No time to be superstitious on number 13. The trenches, they protect the back and the right of this green. Anything left of that, time to call them the...
Not terrible, but not his best.
Yeah, outside chance, really, for birdie, but really, it was a rather poor approach shot.
Always two components to the long lag putt, the speed, number one, and then the read. And missed out on that second part. Wait, that looked for all the world like it was dead center.
I've got no idea how that missed. Even par, currently.
Just a shade over par, +1. Frank, here at the 14th, not a long hole, but not a big green either.
It almost lulls you into that false sense of security. You just see the green, it stands up like an old sand dune. The beach around doesn't seem to be that problematic. A few trees behind, really, they just give you a nice line. But beware of what looks straightforward.
Looks sort of like a deserted island, Frank. Second shot coming out of the rough here. That is professional with a capital P right there.
That's stealing.
Now to the 15th hole. Danger in the center of the green here, Frank.
Yeah, chance to ambush the player, really. All those trees, you never know what's going to jump out of there. And, well, we've seen the 6th hole at Riviera with the bunker in the middle. You now have a crop of trees.
Good, clean contact and a nice result. And a chance for birdie coming up.
Really. This is an awkward length.
He'd settle for par here. Lining this one up for par. That's a par, and that keeps the scorecard clean, still even for the round. And just take a look out at the battleships burning. The solar panels, the bridges, the barracks. You know you're not at your dad's country club anymore. Appears to be a smart shot, Frank.
Yeah, no problem here. That's going to fly all the way.
Frank missed the green off the tee.
Yeah, but this is certainly a tricky little shot coming up here at the par 3.
And he's made it onto the green now. Been pretty good all day from this distance, just trying to take care of business. In for par. Coming to the end of this battle, now at the 17th hole, Frank.
Yeah, the penultimate hole. Par 3, we've got to walk across the bridge to get there. And it looks relatively benign at the moment. We've seen a lot of things pop up. The Destroyer is a great reminder of that. Hole is under 200 yards, so within reach. But we've got to once again parachute in all the trouble to the front and the right side of this green. Ball has to be hit nice and high.
Just a couple of feet. Routine stuff for Rory, that's a par. Frank, the job is almost complete here at the 18th hole, and a good job at that, as we have seen some spectacular golf here at Paracel Storm in the South China Sea.
Just one more battle ahead, the difficult 18th. Should they succeed, then I think they're worthy of a salute.
Just an incredible shot. That is a very makeable putt after a great approach. Well played. These putts keep the round together. He's going to beat himself up on the way to the next tee. You don't miss those putts. Rory McIlroy looking to take advantage with this putt. Drops it, and he's at even par. Frank, what a day of golf we saw out there today. The kind of fierce, driven, intense performance that any of the great generals would have been proud of. Paracel Storm in the South China Sea.